Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. That's me, boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and listen, I'm so excited. If I could have made this video last night, I would have, because I'm so excited. Because listen, first of all, let's just get it out there. I hope everybody had a great day and is having a great week, but let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. I'm so glad that it's back. I'm talking about The Bachelorette is back, and this season we are following Jen on her journey to find love. I'm sure we'll hear that term many times, Jen's journey. So tonight was the start back up of The Bachelorette with Jen Tran as the first Asian American picked as the Bachelorette. She was from Joey's season last season, in case you didn't watch. Now, before I get into it though, listen, I gotta share this because these stickers that I had gotten from my friend Amy, who is a friend and an OG follower of my channel. For my birthday, for every holiday, she sends a card for me, my mom, and Jack. And my birthday was no different. She sent this lovely card, but then look, she said, this is the first one I saw. And I was like, oh, what is she talking about? And then it popped into my head. And Jesus still loves me. And this is from the season, this is from Hannah Brown's season, whenever she had sex, I think it was it 3 or 4 times in a windmill with Pilot Pete. And Luke Pete, or as I called him, Jesus Showers. I called him Jesus Showers because remember, he came to the epiphany that he had to change and he wasn't going to sleep around anymore. And Jesus spoke to him in the shower. That's why I called him Jesus Showers. And this is what Hannah had said to her. And she was like, and I can sleep with whoever I want. And Jesus still loves me. So there's that. And then there's this one. And these are all the different sayings, some of the different sayings that they say on every bachelor or bachelorette, like, here for the right reasons, take a moment to say your goodbyes. I definitely see my wife in this room. The first time in Bachelor history. Can I steal you for a second? Things like that. So I thought, well, actually, you know what? I was thinking, what does this mean? And then I saw these and I was like, wait a minute. Ding, ding, ding. So Amy, if you're watching this, these are genius. These are absolutely some of the best stickers I've ever gotten. Genius. So, and a must have for anybody in Bachelor Nation. I don't know where she got these, but I love these. Okay, let's get right into it. So they're continuing the whole trend, or the whole thing of starting off each episode with a look forward at something else. So obviously the look ahead this time was to the end of the season. And it's Jen, and she looks like she's at the end. She's getting ready to propose to someone, and she's talking to someone, and she says, I can't let you propose to me. And then that's it. It puts a lot in our heads. So, okay, so then they go back to the present. She's in Boston. She's saying goodbye to everybody because she's in school for physician assistant. So she's saying goodbye to everybody. She's flying out. She flies out. Okay. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, I'm so excited that I can't even, my mind is like, woo! Okay, so the men show up. First one out is Marcus. I was like, oh, damn. Oh, he got that, oh, he had that cut chin and that oh my goodness, thank you for your service, sir. The only thing about him was, do you have to pack a backup American flag? He was packing it. And I was like, okay, he's patriotic, hooray. Thank you for your service, sir. And then I saw the rolled up American flag. I don't know if you have to with an American flag. He was very attractive. Okay, next, listen. Sam, okay. Oh, I can't. Okay, so Sam gets out, and Sam gets out of the car, the limo, and I thought, there is something about him that just from the very get-go, I was like, what is this? He looks like a magician. And then somebody on TikTok had said he looks like a guy who's a magician who works at like, it wasn't the Radisson, but who works at like, he's a magician who works at, who does his performance at like a hotel that has like a continental breakfast or something. But anyways, so I don't know, there's something about him. As soon as I saw him, I was like, I don't know. So he gets out and he's like, I'm a virgin. Okay, well that's not anything new. We've had those before. But then he says a love virgin. So he's never been in love before. He's never really dated. He's never been in love. Okay, so he's an entrepreneur / love virgin. And okay, so I mean, I was like, well, I mean, that just means he takes it seriously. All right, maybe this is okay. Then he curls his eyelash. Then they're talking to him and they're showing his like his background package, and he's curling his eyelashes. That look was because I was like, well, if you have never dated anybody, how did you know about curling your eyelashes? And were you watching your mom and you were like, my peepers could use some of that? I don't know, but I don't know. And then he had to mansplain to the producers about a gentleman. Gentleman, you get it, Jen? Because her name's Jen. Gentleman, do you get it? Gentleman? And producer was like, shut the fuck up. We get it. You're not that clever. We understand. You fucking kidding me? Yeah. So he had to mansplain that. That's when I was like, no. He needed shampoo. Like, it was too much product. It was too greasy. The mansplaining, I got the ick from him right away. Okay, Grant coming out. Grant was handsome. Grant is very, very handsome. Very good looking. But then he's like, I got a gift for you. And then he started beatboxing. No, don't come at me with a beatbox. I would have immediately been like, you are very attractive, but no thank you. You need to stop that nonsense. Okay, so then we get the other Sam. This was Sam, the contractor from South Carolina. Everybody is loving him. Everybody's like, I see my husband on the screen. My husband. I didn't. He is attractive, yes. However, anybody who uses the phrase, it's shot o'clock, immediately, no. Like he looked, like he's playing air guitar. No. Next. He looked honestly like, he talks exclusively in like Morgan Wallen lyrics or something like that. Like, I was not a fan of that. And meanwhile, he comes out, he's like, shot o'clock. He's like, nobody is gonna come up with shot o'clock. I'm the only person, I'm safe in my shot o'clock. We'll get to that later. Next, and I'm not going to go through everybody. These are just the people that stood out to me. So Thomas Wynn. I liked him. I liked that he gave her a friendship bracelet. I liked that. I got nice, good guy vibes from him. Brendan. Brendan immediately rang the dick whistle. Like, I just did, like, he shows up, he pulls out a hot pepper, chomps down on it, throws it out into the courtyard, throws it out onto the pavement at the mansion, which, by the way, it's a new mansion for The Bachelor. I don't know if the other one, I thought I had heard that the other one was for sale or something like that. That other one has been used and abused, and I think it's a good thing that they're done with that. There's been too much that went on in the jacuzzi there, I think. And so Brendan, he chomps down on one, throws it out, chomps down on another one, throws it out, and he's like, I like hot things. I'm gonna be hot. I'm probably gonna be hot tonight, honey. Listen, you're probably either gonna be hot or you're gonna get the diarrhea. One of two things. I don't know that was that smart. I don't understand how that would make an impression, a good impression. So speaking of Sam with, I'm gonna be the only one with the shot o'clock. Wrong. We had two more dudes that did the shot. There was the guy that did the ginger shot. I don't remember his name. He got a cut at the end. He, to me, looked like if you would get Johnny Depp from like, not even Temu. Like, what's lower than Temu? Like, so there was him, and then there was, listen, if there was a king ick of the evening, it would go to Brian, because then Brian shows up with syringes and shot o'clock. Ugh, no. Brian's face, I heard this on TikTok. It says Brian's face looks like it's a balloon of Brian's face. Like, it looks like he got all the work done, like right before he went on the show. He was a dick. Let's go on the flip side of somebody who I really liked. Thomas A. I wrote winner. Why is that? Because Thomas A. showed up with not one puppy, but two of the absolute most cutest puppies. Okay. Oh yes. Jonathan, listen, there's a way to get there's ways that you can be unique and get the attention and make an impression without doing this. Because Jonathan shows up being wheeled out on a gurney, on a stretcher, face taped up, and a hospital gown. This is not the first time somebody showed up with tape, like their face taped up like a mummy. That dude went home, I think, the first night. So he shows up. He's like, Jen. She's like, what is going on? I'm lovesick. Oh, fuck. Stands up, is talking to her, goes to exit and go up the steps, and no shit, ass cheeks galore, hanging out, blowing in the breeze. Who was it? There was some dude who was like, I'm gonna watch where that guy sits, because I don't want to sit where he sat. He didn't have no drawers on it. He didn't have nothing. He had nothing on but him and the California humidity up on that leather. No, thank you. No, thank you. Here were some other notes. There was Aaron. Aaron actually had a brother who was on, and that was Noah. They're twin. I got it that they were twins, but he kept saying little bro, my little bro, which I have brothers who are twins, but I don't know that the older of the twins calls the other little bro. So I don't know. I thought that was odd, but Aaron, so Noah was on a previous season, and he met his fiance on Paradise, and that's Abigail. He was nice. Aaron seemed nice. Dylan, who is a medical student as well, I liked him. He wanted, he said that he knew that he wanted to be a doctor when his grandmother was diagnosed with breast cancer. I thought that was sweet. Jeremy, this is the other one that I was like, ugh, you're a douche. You're a douche. He pulls up in this red, like, sports car, okay? We were all thinking the same thing. Oh, you're compensating for something. He gets up. He's like, you might think that I'm compensating for something, but I'm not, because I have a big bloop. I was like, no. Did he say the D word? And he's like, and then she said, did you just say the P word? Come on. Do better. Let's do better. Ugh. Let's do better. I'm not going to say anything else. Okay, then we had, this was cute. A cute idea, but I immediately thought of the kid from Up. And that was Hakeem with all the balloons. He said that he had all the balloons. He was wearing all these balloons because when he found out she was going to be the Bachelorette, he was floating on cloud 9. I mean, I thought it was cute, but then he goes into the house and just can barely fit through the door, and he's getting them popped all over the place. Another thing about Hakeem that we realized, like, halfway through, he got some big eyes. Like, he got Ramona Singer beat on the eyes. I mean, he got some eyes. We'll share them. The last person I made a note about was Devin. Devin, as soon as I saw him, I was like, is he giving me Pete Davidson? I'm feeling like he's like Pete Davidson. He's like, I have a very big personality. I'm loud. And I immediately was like, oh, this guy is going to be the annoying guy. Is he? Is he going to be the annoying guy? And then when he was leaving, she's like, he reminds me of Pete Davidson. He does. He kind of reminds me of Pete Davidson. Okay, so the cocktail party. First person right out the gate that pulls her aside, it's Sam from Sam the contractor. I really thought that maybe she was going to kiss him, and he went in for the kiss, but then she kind of like ducked out and made it like on the cheek. So I was like, oh, okay. I have written down, when's this idiot going to take off those bandages? He's walking around with these bandages on the whole time. Meanwhile, ass cheeks hanging out, flapping in the wind. Doesn't he know Yosef has a daughter who's watching this someplace? Yosef has a daughter. I really enjoyed her interaction with Thomas Wynn because they really bonded over their shared experiences of like a family, because his family is from Vietnam. He swam for Vietnam, and he was an Olympic hopeful at swimming. But I really like that. I like that they had that connection, like kind of like a deeper connection because of family. He's a cutie. I would like to see him go far. Same thing with Spencer. I thought Spencer was sweet. They played Truth or Dare. This was kind of dumb. Austin, listen. Can we maybe make like a contract up and just retire the mullet? Can we do that? Can we just retire the mullet? Because Austin and his mullet. They had the dare. The dare was to streak down the quad, and so took his clothes off, showed his lion underwear, and then streaked through the quad. Frank the Tank, he streaked through the quad. Okay. And there was another guy who had said that, yeah, he has ghosted women. I didn't write down his name because I was so not impressed with him that I didn't feel like I needed to use my hand muscles to write that down. Okay, so she then talks to the love virgin. What's his name? Sam N. But the producers are working hard this season because where they would normally put, like his profession, entrepreneur, they put Sam N. Never been to third base emotionally. That's one of my favorite things in this season, to see like how badly the producers clown them in the description underneath their name. I love it. he is giving me, he's kind of giving me red flags. There's just something about him that I just don't like. And at that moment, it didn't seem like Jen was 100% fully on board with him. Okay, so it finally comes time for Jonathan to unwrap himself and reveal his face. One guy's like, I heard that it could be a celebrity. Why would it be a celebrity? So it's time for him to unwrap himself. So she unwraps his face. There's a laugh. There's a little bit of a laugh on her part, and then they go to a commercial. I was like, ugh. And I was like, uh-oh. And I was thinking, listen, the whole time he was like, this is because I want you to know what I'm like on the inside, because that's what really matters. So I was like, oh, listen, if they unwrap him and he is not attractive, well, there's no way she's going to be able to let him go, because then she's going to look like a bitch. You know what I mean? Then it's going to be like, oh, you just care about the outside. So she unwrapped his face. She unwrapped his face and she was like, he's hot. And then he goes out to greet the guys, and the guys are like, wow, am I the only person that didn't listen? I'm going to put this straight out there. Do I think I'm attractive? I don't even think I'm a little attractive. Like, I don't think I'm cute. I don't think I'm attractive. I don't think I'm any of that. Okay. But I'm also not going on a TV show. I didn't think he was, I don't know. I mean, he wasn't the worst, but he wasn't like, didn't look like George Clooney or nothing. I mean, we're not talking like she unwrapped Ryan Reynolds. I don't know. But I thought he was meh, like middle of the road. Okay, so here's another thing. Moz, he's a dude that got cut. So obviously it didn't work. He's looking for a ferocious love. He's an algebra teacher. So he went to teach her some algebra. Ferocious algebra. Okay, here's another thing. Brett. Let's address Brett. Okay, Brett going in, everybody fell in love with Brett. We didn't get anything on Brett. I was excited because anytime they put somebody who is going to represent the plus size community, whether it be a guy, a girl, I love it. I love seeing it. I would love to see more of it. Brett is not the first plus size guy to ever be on The Bachelor, on The Bachelorette. Remember, there was Bob Gainey when he was on. What season was he on? The first season? Anyways, I think he was on the first season. Bob Gainey. Listen, he was heavy set. I loved Bob. Bob Gainey was my favorite for like a long time. And then he got his own season and he lost a little bit of weight. He turned out to be a little bit of a dick. So, I mean, it's not the first time, it's like the second time they've had somebody who is plus size, who's a guy. But listen, I knew that he was not going to get picked. The reason why I knew he wasn't going to get picked is because they didn't do a story on him. Like, they didn't show any of his backstory. They didn't go to his hometown and like film stuff. Usually if they do that, to me, it seems like that person's not going to get picked. They put minimal effort into Brett. I mean, they were just like, look, here's Brett. They put him out. They got everybody excited. Like, finally, they're going to have some representation of plus size people in this country. And then nothing. They hardly talked to him at all. I hated that. You can do better with that. Do better, ABC. They're not listening to me. They don't watch us. They don't know about me yet. Anyways. Okay, now Jeremy. Okay, Jeremy, remember, he's the one that came in the red sports car. This dude's all about aesthetics. He's all about looks. That's what he's about. So he takes Jen down into his car just to sit there. She's in the driver's seat. They're talking. He doesn't have the keys. They're talking. It's his car. He shipped it from New York. And so they're having just a lovely little talk in the car. Here comes Brian. Remember Brian, shot o'clock? So here comes Brian. He's like, I gotta talk to her. Takes the dude's car keys. Takes Jeremy's car keys. Gets down there and is like, hey, I have your car keys. Hey, do you want to go for a ride? He's like, the fuck are you talking about? That back and forth between the two of them was so awkward. And you could tell that Jen was not enjoying this whatsoever. So they're going back and forth. And I'm sorry. If I was this, I wouldn't have given up a fight. If somebody took my car keys, no, we're not going in the house. We're not going in the house until you give me my car keys. Some douche, you're not going to sit in the car. No. It wouldn't happen. There would have to be a standoff. They would have to continue this show for days. You would not take my car keys. No. I don't care who's sitting there and says they're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to take my car keys. So Jeremy is like, listen. It's fine. Don't let him go anywhere. He's not driving. Don't let him drive. I'm going to tell you this much. If it was between, the whole thing that's going around, bear or man. If it was bear or one of these men, either of them, I would go bear. I would go bear the whole way. I would pick a bear anytime over either of these, especially that douche Brian. So she's like, the car's not going anywhere. They're sitting there, they're talking. She revs up the engine. You can tell Jeremy is pissed. I'm going to tell you, both of these men give me the ick. That Brian, no, because then later on he's inside rapping about how he stole the keys to the car, rapping. And then later on, didn't Brian say, if someone's smooth, they can get the first kiss? Because they were talking about the first kiss. No, she hasn't had the first kiss. If someone's smooth, they can get it. That's not going to be you. That's definitely not you. Now, she was talking to Devin, and that went very nice. Like she was like talking about how she needs to get her nails done. He's like, well, I'll go with you because I get my toes done. And it was nice. The only thing, he wanted to bite her toes. That's nasty. I don't judge people, but that's nasty. No, So I just put here, I was wrong about Devin being annoying. He's not annoying. Now, okay, so they're talking about the first kiss. Grant's out there talking to her. The setup was perfect because she's like, I'm not a taker, I'm a giver. He was leaning in, he was getting ready. And then here we come. What was it? Thomas that like blocked it. Awkward. Okay, first impression rose. It's coming. Everybody's thinking, maybe I could get it. Devin's like, I have a chance just as well as anybody else. Why not? First impression rose. So she picks it up. She looks at everybody in the room. It is like, nope. Heads into the other room. And the other room is like, I can't remember everybody, but it was, I think, Spencer, definitely Hakeem, because Hakeem was like, and who else? And Sam, and contractor Sam. I don't know. Wait, what's his last? Sam M. I'm gonna say contractor Sam. I don't know. Sam. So she says, okay, Sam, could I see you? So she talks to Sam. She was like, I could not stop thinking about you all night. The first thing that came into my head was, oh shit, is this going to be a Dale situation? Is this going to be a Dale season when she's like, all I can think about is Sam, Sam, Sam. And then she starts writing her name, Mrs. Sam, or whatever her name is. I was like, oh, I don't know. As soon as she said Sam, I was like, no. There's something about him that I just don't, I'm not a fan of. There's something. I don't know. He seems to me like he's too much of a bro. I mean, I know everybody's like loving him because he is very attractive, but I don't know, his package that they had on him. I don't like him. So they end up making out. They kiss. And I will say this about Jen. I respect that she wasn't like kissing everybody. She just kissed one person. I like that. She stuck to her guns on that. But they were really getting hot and heavy. I mean, they called for the rose ceremony. They were still making out. I felt like I was kind of like, I shouldn't see this. I mean, they were really going to town. I was like, did she get pregnant or something? I don't know. It was a lot. I have right here, best part of the night, Deadpool Wolverine commercial. That was good. I enjoyed that a lot. Okay, so the rose ceremony. Here is who we have that was picked. Okay, number one, we have Dylan. I have written down who, but Dylan, if I remember correctly, Dylan was the medical student. Okay, Dylan, and then Thomas Wynn, well, Spencer, Grant, Marcus. Marcus was really sweating it. Typically, if they're like, I don't know if I'm going to get it. And then immediately after, they'll call their name. So Marcus, Thomas A, John M. I can't remember John M. Jeremy, Devin. If they're having Jeremy, then the producers are going to make sure that Brian is in there. Do I think she really likes Brian? I don't think so. I think that's producers going to her and being like, there's already drama between Jeremy and Brian. We got to get them in. Aaron, Jahan, which I don't even know that they showed that she talked to him. Jahan. Listen, Hakeem was sweating it as much as anybody else. Hakeem, Jonathan, he put on some underwear. Come on, put on some damn underwear. I have dude that streaked. I can't even remember his name. The dude that streaked. What was his name? Austin. That's his name. Dude that streaked. Frank the Tank that streaked. Marvin, and then listen, number 17. We were all like, oh my God, please Brett, please Brett, please Brett, please Brett. And I have written here, she ain't picking Brett. Boo. Who you know she picked? She picked Sam N, the love virgin entrepreneur. And the whole time he's like, if I don't get a rose, then I'll never find anyone. And then he got the rose, and then he cried. Listen, a man can cry. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with a man being in touch with his emotions, okay? But that was awkward. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so this season on Bachelor, it looks like I might be wrong. It looks like I am wrong about Devin. It looks like Devin might turn out to be a villain. Devin might be the villain of the season. They also say that Sam, I don't know which Sam though, Love Virgin or, the contractor. I don't know. She also says that, they also say that the ending has never happened. Listen, I'm going to say this. Oh, what was that? Did I burp? So I'm going to say this. I think it's one of two things. It's either she proposes to someone or she ends up with no one. I'm going to put this out there. Would I be okay if she ended up with no one? I would kind of almost be okay with that, because it seems to me like when because somebody had said she was on some podcast. She was on some podcast, Call Her Daddy, or I don't think that's the name of it. Anyway, she was on a podcast, and the way that she was talking, the person was saying that it almost sounds like maybe she didn't pick anybody and she just grew to love herself or something like that. And it was a journey to find herself. Listen, I'm going to tell you, 9 times out of 10, these romances don't work out on these shows. So if she ends up not finding someone, I'm kind of going to be, I would be okay with that, I think. I think I would be. Yeah. Let me know in the comments what you think. So if you watched, let me know in the comments what you think. And I'm so glad it's back. Listen, on Wednesday is going to be, tomorrow night is Claim to Fame, which I love. So, okay. And also the Baldwin trial starts tomorrow. So, all right. In the comments, let me know what you thought. Hey, if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You love seen and heard. Say long video. Please make sure to put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there, so it comes right back at you. Please take care of one another. Be aware of your surroundings, number 1. Please stay safe, number 2. And number 3, if you're anywhere where it's extremely hot, please don't go outside if you don't have to. And if you have to, please stay safe. Please hydrate, and hydrate often. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye, guys. And a great night. Bye, guys.